Guys, what's up? Me, Guy Doug. I am back with Punishers once again. I am very happy to be back. He can finally afford me. He's broke as fuck. But you know how it is. I came upon some free time. We talked at Cup. I said I wanted to jump back in and do stuff, and that turned into, hey, why don't you come back? And I said, yeah. I suppose.
So here we are.
So here we are. Happy to see you guys. Thank you guys for saying what's up at Cup. This is going to be a little bit of a combo video, some news for November, some updates from Cup, kind of how it went, a little bit of recap. So, yeah, you know how it is. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. If you're new, we're happy to have you. And, yeah, leave some comments and talk some trash if you want. What do you want to start with? Should we just start with recapping Cup a little bit, kind of how our experience was there?
Sure, yeah.
How nice was it to actually see a lot of our fan base in person?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. I think the part that was humbling this time was how many people that I saw from like out of the United States, people from France, Brazil, other countries in Europe, Canada.
We met some Italians. We met people from all over the place.
Yeah, South America, all over the place. So that was
great.
really cool, Doug, to see all those people for sure.
It's always super nice, and we do love when you guys, like, even if we're just walking and stuff, like, hey, Punishers, what's up? Like, that makes the experience for us, in addition to, obviously, like, it's a business, it's an event, we get to do a lot of vendor stuff, but, like, paintball comes down to the people. You've heard a ton of the pros out there say, like, yeah, playing is whatever, it's fun, but they stay for the people. So,
yeah.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you for always coming up and being cool. We got to see a ton of new products, some we can talk about, some that we can't. We did get to shoot the GTX from MacDev. We will release that video here soon. I really liked it. I thought it was super sick. Excited to hear what's coming for them as far as having distribution here in the U.S. But, I mean, how about as far as playing and watching, I know Joel and I had discussed it a little bit as well, but the Punishers D3 line was certainly taking no prisoners this past weekend.
They were, for sure. They had a great run. We ended up losing in overtime in the quarterfinals, but just proud of those guys. You know, they've worked hard all season long. We've had some, pretty definitive wins at the MSXL, but they're really fighting for that win when it comes to World Cup, and we skimmed it. Like we were, top 8. And we were one match away from being top 4. So it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's how the paintball gods see it, and
yeah, man.
You got to do what you got to do. So
it comes down to those little things. It's a game of inches, and also it's just there's so much different exposure when you play in a World Cup. Like you don't see the same 10 teams that you're always vying for the finals with in your regional league. So it's a whole different thing.
For sure.
But
yeah, that was good. And
Ohio Grim represented us well. They came away with 3rd for D4X, which is
correct.
Awesome. Shout out to Kai helping coach them. Good to see you guys down there. I did have some alumni friends that went down as XFT, a team out of Escape that was here in Ohio before I actually moved to Ohio. But that was super cool to see an old line come back. They did not do as well, but it's fine. They had fun. That is the entire point. Similar to my friends on BS Mafia that came as well. All that matters is you had fun. But yeah, man, it was super good to see like a lot of our teams that are our friends, the local Ohio people get out there, as well as see everyone else. Shout out to Chad Figueredo as well for taking 5th and 10-man with Outlaws. 10-man field is always
10-man field looked really cool.
Yeah, dude.
I had quite a few people asking me if I was going to play this weekend, and I kept on saying that I wanted to play 10-man, but we were just so busy with the booth that it would have been impossible, and I didn't feel it was right to leave Kenzie at the booth by herself.
Right.
Or not by herself. We had other help, but
with the idiots that we have working for us. As Joel did go on record saying, me, Cy, and Cody are the Three Stooges. I still expect a Christmas present.
Yeah, that is true. For sure, the Three Stooges.
Print of us.
We also had Jason Harris from the zoo. And yeah, as far as like, the pros and everything else like that, Jason calls me, and we had the booth broken down on Sunday for the finals match with Fit and Impact. And he calls me, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm in the grandstands with Doug trying to watch the finals. And he goes, oh, well, it's not worth coming back. I said, dude, you never know. You never know. It's not over till it's over with.
Lo and behold.
Paintball Fit put on a show for all of us.
They went down, 0-2, and then in the last literal, it was a minute and 10 seconds, right?
Like that,
so each second was a 35-second point. They brought it back, tied it, went to overtime. It was the most
tied
boring.
It with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, dude. It was the most boring 14 minutes of paintball I've ever watched. And then the most exciting 60 seconds, followed by honestly, that the overtime point was very exciting as well. They did a
It
good
was,
job.
yeah.
Finished on a bunker over the mini woo, like just absolutely did them dirty, and it was a good classic paintball finish. But
It was for sure.
yeah, dude, shout out to Fit. They have a great story behind them. The ups and downs of being the AC Dallas program, now coming back to their former glory, their first pro win as Paintball Fit.
At World Cup.
At World Cup.
Yeah.
What a time, right? To finish out the year just on an absolute bang. We befriended Chris Odom this weekend. Not only did we want to talk to him obviously for business and get interviews, all that, but he actually has become a friend of the program now. I've been keeping in touch with him since Cup, and Chris is awesome. Super down to earth.
Yeah.
Being a pro football player, you don't know what you're going to get when you talk to someone who's seen kind of the other side of life, and you would never know. He is so down to earth, very smart. We talked to him about some business advisory stuff, and he just has some really good ideas, man. So let's shout out at least to the WNXL and the semi-pros as well. WNXL came down to Heroines and Dallas Vibe. Heroines ended up pulling it out. If I remember correctly, Joel didn't get to watch it with me, but it was a similar fashion where it was really boring in regulation. They tied it at the last second because they were down 2-0 to the Heroines, or I forget who was down, but came back to tie, and then overtime point, and then Heroines ended up pulling it out. So congrats to you guys. And then for semi-pro, it was the Sea Dogs versus a team whose name I cannot remember. I'll try to drop it here. But that was, we already had a chance to talk about this too, and I still didn't do it, but that's on me. That was a very exciting match, though. That was outside the norm. Joel's looking it up so I can get the name. That was outside the norm of the other two finals that we watched. It was pretty back and forth, pretty exciting, lots of chirping. I know the Sea Dogs are a Canadian team. I do remember that.
P-Mob, Preferred Mob.
Preferred Mob? Okay. So it was them versus Preferred Mob. I've heard that name for a while. I've known about them for a minute. So they must be a pretty solid program that's clearly been around for a bit. So kudos to you guys making it to the finals. That is not easy. But I think that will conclude our chitter chatter about World Cup. It was a good time. It was great to see everyone. We will be back at NXLs this coming season. But now we have some news for you to talk about for the month of November 2024.
First and foremost, you're back.
I am back.
First and foremost, I think we already touched on that,
back,
but I think everyone's happy to see Doug back.
I'm
and make sure that you drop in the comments, show some love to Doug.
Thank you.
Because, it just makes things more entertaining for sure.
I just missed
instead of me rambling about all kinds of different stuff. So
I know you guys missed me harassing him and generally being a gremlin on the channel. So
100%. 100%. People are always asking in the comments, where's Doug? And I'm like, well, Doug got a big boy job, so.
He did, and then he lost it, so now he's back.
And here we are again. It's like our yearly cycle.
Yep. Yep.
Other paintball news, pretty much the year's over with when it comes to playing. Obviously, Black Friday is coming up when it comes to that kind of stuff. Make sure that you get your orders in. Reminder about that. We are giving away $5,000 worth of stuff, a bunch of different markers, all kinds of good stuff there. And then, let's see here, what else? Products, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, there's really not much other stuff going on as far as, major announcements.
What do we know about the new Dye CZR Plus?
It's basically just an upgraded CZR, right? So it comes in at a good price point, $400. It's still underneath the X 2.0 and the Etho 3, which is nice, and it has the quick release bolt. It has some other nice features.
That was the biggest thing I saw, because I'm actually a Rise owner from previous years. Like back in 2016, I was on a different sponsorship, so I still have mine. My club kids for OSU still use it, and it rips. I'll actually speak positively about it. It does shoot well, but toolless bolt removal I think is a great upgrade just to join the kind of modern market.
For sure, and it's not as, I would say, as easy as the Axe, like you gotta unscrew it, but it still counts, right?
Yeah.
And then it's got a different bolt system, or a barrel system that takes the ULI inserts, which is nice. So, yeah, CZR Plus, obviously these big bad boys have been very popular. The RMX, and that's basically just an upgraded thing that can plug into your ProFlex frames. And we haven't even posted these on the website yet, but we will be doing a kind of review / installation / general impressions on that video. And then Planet releases kind of like Day of the Dead that we just got in.
That's super sick.
We actually had that at World Cup, and it's going to be like a limited production that Planet's putting on.
Okay.
And then the MacDev gun.
Yes, dude.
Let's talk about that for a second. Let's just talk about MacDev in general for a second.
Go ahead. I will follow your lead.
So full transparency here. Basically, what happened was one of the people that runs MacDev came up to me and said, hey, listen, we know that we've kind of not captured the U.S. market in the last few years. We understand that you used to, carry our products and you don't anymore, and we're trying to fix that. And that's basically what we're going to say in the GTX video as well. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm optimistically skeptical.
Yeah.
In the sense of I'd love for them to actually stay true to that, and if we can support their products, then we will start carrying MacDev here in the store again. So I guess that's the major announcement, is the fact that we will carry MacDev again if things work out, and if
it'll be in a limited fashion. We'll see how it goes, and then
correct. So I'm going to start activating products back on the website for MacDev, and then we're going to see how it goes. And if it doesn't go well again, then we will discontinue the products again, and we won't carry them. So it's pretty simple when it comes to that, because I need to have companies that support their products in order to carry them.
Yep.
And that's really what all of this boiled down to. So, but the gun itself,
shot nice, dude.
Shot
so
really nice.
I remember in the video, it's poppy. It's really not that like smooth kind of buttery shot. It's a little more poppy. Not quite a shocker. How do I? In the video, what did I say? It reminded me of.
You said DLS,
DLS.
which I thought was kind of interesting, because DLS is like a freaking hammer. I don't know if that was honestly.
It just felt snappy.
It's snappy, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that snappy.
It's not fully to the extent of a DLS, but it's also not as smooth as like a DSR by any means. So I don't know.
Sure.
It's somewhere between a DLS and a shocker.
Yeah.
I said like a shocker arrow is smoother, but DLS is far snappier. But it's on the snappier side. Ergonomics felt great. They changed the foregrip. They changed almost everything about this gun from the GT2, and gun is good. Company, we will find out. We are going to get a few of them in. If you guys want to be one of the first to get the GTX and get it through us, just keep an eye on the website. We'll get shipping in.
By the time this video drops, they'll probably be available for
Great, then I'll put them in the description if we got them. So
yeah.
Get them here first, guys. We're only getting a handful. We want to know what you think of them.
We shot 500. We've shot a full bag of Valken Pro. Shout out to Gangster Paintball, because they lent us a bag.
Thank you guys. Yes, thank you, Gangster.
Free of charge, because we were just in a rush to try and get the video done before the sunset. And it shot great. Shot straight.
Ball and ball.
Ball. Didn't chop a ball. Seemed like it was relatively efficient. I tried to pay attention to how much air we had before and after. We had an 88 tank, but overall I thought it was relatively efficient from what I could see, but it shot great.
Silly side comment too, I really like the trigger. It was just a good trigger feel for me. That's pretty consistent for MacDev guns though, and I generally like how they feel. So yeah, no, honestly, good gun. I will be excited to see how they do support wise. But other topics, things coming out.
The Carbon DRV drive
loader. Yes, I haven't gotten to get my hands on one yet, and I know we don't have them here yet. But have you gotten to touch one yet?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not. Wink, wink.
If he tells me, he'll have to kill me.
I think that says everything it needs to say, right, Doug?
I genuinely, guys, I have not done my research on it yet. I've been busy doing other stuff. Joel, what do you know so far?
I know that it's not coming anytime necessarily soon. I know that MacDev, I think that Carbon is doing what they do best, which is making sure that it's ready to rock.
Extensive testing.
Correct.
Good.
And that's currently what they're doing. So, and I don't think that that's any secret.
I'm not going to dock them for that.
But they did release, like, hey, this is coming, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that portion of things.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think, and I told them this. I told them, I was like, this is not the prettiest of a loader.
No, dude, it's ugly as fuck. I'm just going to say it. It's ugly as shit. It looks like the old GI level loader.
It's worse than that.
You
know what it reminds me of? The Ricochet loader.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm in a Discord chat and one of us shared the screenshot of that. Dog, look.
From a functionality standpoint, they showed me a few things on it that I don't know if I can discuss, so I'm not going to. But from a functionality standpoint, I think it's going to be, it's going to be good. It's going to come in at a higher price point. But as with anything Carbon always has a very premium product that you pay well for, but that you get good value out of your dollar.
Can I talk shit for 1 sec?
Go ahead.
On average, I think Carbon stuff is ugly as fuck, but it works so well, it does not matter.
What else is ugly? Do you think
I hate the way their pants are cut. They look like you're wearing like standard like Levi like straight jeans. I cannot stand it. The jerseys look good. I like the neckline on the jerseys. Those are sick.
Yeah.
I used to like the way the Carbon Pros looked, but the more I see them on people's faces, I'm like, God damn it, it looks like a Darth Vader helmet.
It does look like a Darth Vader helmet.
Their colorways are great. The way they do their colors is good. One of the most comfortable masks, one of the most breathable, super nice lenses. Cannot argue with the quality of it, but God damn it, it's ugly. But God damn it, their stuff just works. So I anticipate the same for the loader in that it is probably going to feed very well, not jam, feed fast for those of you that want to play mech. It's just not pretty. But you know what? That doesn't matter. Paintball is a fashion show, and I think we need to get away from that. So,
all right, well there you go. Well, I think as far as products go, Doug, I think that we touched on the major things.
Yeah.
You know, I think like Virtue's got some new colors coming from some of their loaders and stuff like that for next year. So that's kind of cool. We meant to stop by there, but we got caught up with some other stuff. And
sorry, guys. There.
Yeah. Field 1, I think, had some like custom cut Field 1 forces, so that's kind of interesting. I didn't hear anything about HK, and Travis invited me to go check out some cool stuff from Infamous, and I just
Infamous always on point. Infamous stylish as fuck.
Yeah. But I unfortunately was too busy. I
did get to go see.
Travis.
They had a cool anno on a 180 that was like highlighter yellow, but only on the tip of the barrel and like kind of the back of the gun. That was super sick.
Yeah.
But
they had some cool stuff.
Before this video gets too long, we're gonna shut up, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'm happy to be back. Thank you for wanting me back. I appreciate it very much. If we missed anything, please let us know in the comments. We'll be looking forward to trying to talk about maybe some events for December, like projecting forward for the 2025 season. But for now, guys,
the Val campaign was great.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna stop. What a turn of events. I'm personally not a fan of Valken paint. Usually, it's what we shoot most weekends out here, and it just, and even like their pro paint that I've never really thought it was anything special. It took king. It sold out.
It sold out.
They literally couldn't give it to anyone, and people had to go to other vendors. I mean, that's crazy. God, Valken, whatever you just did, keep it up because that was great. That was.
They broke the event with that one.
They did. Well, the fill was just ridiculous too. It was just that was super cool. Good job, Valken.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
this video.
No, you're right. You're right. That was important. That was worth it. But yeah, guys, seriously, thank you for sticking around. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, talk some shit, tell me I'm stupid. I don't know, whatever you want. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to see you guys.
And the All That Matters video was great too.
Yes. Oh, the All That Matters premiere. Got to sit down and watch it with Chris. Yo, the pizza that they served there, the little like margarita pizzas they were making, why were those so good?
I don't know.
They had no business being that good. We bought 2 of them.
I'm chubby, bro. I don't discriminate.
I don't discriminate either, but that was better than it needed to be. So, yeah, if you missed All That Matters, absolutely check it out whenever it does drop. And they did let us see a little preview of Iron Kids. That was Iron Kids. So that's going to be also super dope. A very emotional, compelling video, the All That Matters video. I really like that they're starting to do that. So let's go for Paintball Media. We love to see it. But thank you guys for watching Paintball News and the World Cup update for the 3rd time now. I'm going to say goodbye in the most Midwestern fashion.
And I won't interrupt them this time. See you guys.